Well, trees are an important part of the landscape, especially when preserving infrastructure in the time of storm. Our Crystal Darling explains just how much.
We're in the midst of hurricane season, and so many people are clearing up their yards. But before you get to landscaping, you may want to identify which plants may turn out to be your saving grace during the storm. We spoke to owner of Science and Perspective, Dr. Anselina Davis, who tells us more about the importance of identifying plants.
Around the islands, we have coastal species that they hold the sand in place so it's not removed when a hurricane storm, the water or the wind moves. We also have, they also prevent that wave energy from coming onshore and damaging our buildings, our roadways, and our infrastructure like the telephone poles and stuff like that. We also have like the plants and trees that are on land. Once you get a lot of flooding and stuff, those plants and trees can actually take up a lot of that water, and they sacrifice their leaves in return, but you don't have the water sitting around as long as if you just had a paved area.
Davis adds that although beachfront residents make it a popular practice to clear the land, it's not recommended.
They want to remove all the plants and vegetation so that they can see the beach and the ocean. And that's really, really a terrible idea, because when there is a storm, all of that wave energy comes straight up the beach, right into your living room. But you can see it. There's lots of examples here in Adelaide, throughout the island of New Providence, where people have taken a bulldozer and they just push through the red mangroves and into the wetlands. And they're really destroying the habitat and that would protect us from all of these impacts.
And here's some advice for those residing inland.
You'll find lots of buildings that are these small wooden structures throughout the Bahamas, but they have like 5 ganap trees and a dilly tree around them, and they stand through every hurricane. And you wonder why. It's because they have a forest that's actually protecting them and buffering them.
Clearing power lines are also common practice during this time of year. But unfortunately, in some cases, these essential storm-fighting trees are damaged or killed in the process. Davis says that identifying and salvaging parts of the trees and replanting helps.
What we've been doing is actually collecting some of the seeds and the fruit that have fallen off of these damaged trees and then propagating them like you saw earlier. This is a red mangrove, so you can see the really glossy leaves and the propagule. The next in line would be these black mangroves. And so the black mangrove, you see the fruit is a little bit bigger and chunkier than the others. And the leaves are kind of long. Then you have the white mangroves, which their fruit is a little slimmer, but these are the ones that I had inside the pot. And their leaves are more rounded at the end. And finally, we have the buttonwood, that their seeds actually crumble off the fruit, and they can be blown by the wind, but they also float really well.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Network News.